Hi, and welcome to the Twisted Stitcher podcast. Today is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2015, and this is episode number 13. Thank you for coming back again, and if this is your first time here, thanks for checking out the podcast. I am Ashley. I'll be your host. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Carolina Spinner. So, how have you guys been? Have you had a good couple of weeks? I know I have had a wonderful couple of weeks. It's been very busy, incredibly productive, but also so much fun. I've got lots of fun things to talk to you guys about today, so let's just jump right in. I'll first say today I am wearing my Bankhead hat. I recently knit this out of some of my yarn, Twist Fiber Studio worsted. I'm wearing it back in the slouchy version today, so good versatile hat, super warm, super comfortable. Really love this pattern. I don't have any finished knitting to show you, but, drum roll please, I have some finished spinning. I don't think I've had any spinning to show you guys since Spinzilla back in October. I've just been so crazy busy, I haven't really been able to knock out a skein of yarn. So, I have this skein here. This is some Polworth from Knitty & Color. It's in her Changeling colorway. This was a wonderful, awesome spin. So much fun. I went to a local spinning retreat over the weekend, so I was able to knock this out in a day. I started spinning the singles after lunch and plied it by about 9, 10 o'clock. Got it done. Skein in a day. I love it. I haven't been able to do that in so long, so it was so nice to get something off the wheel. I got about 180 yards of an Aran weight. I'll probably just knit something simple, a hat or a small cowl, something like that. So this is from Knitty & Color. Knitty & Color is operated by Sarah. She lives down in Georgia. She vends lots of different fiber festivals. She's almost always at SAF. And I believe she'll be at SSK, but don't quote me on that because I'm not positive. Her website is knittyandcolor.com. So this was some Polworth. I really enjoyed spinning it. The colors were totally up my alley. Purples and greens and browns and blues. It's just beautiful. Gorgeous. Yay. Yay for hand spun. I'm so excited. I did get to do just a little bit of knitting. I'm still working on my Good Day Boomerang by Susan Ashcroft. I didn't get a lot of progress made on it, but hey, a few stitches is progress in my opinion. So this is where we're at on this. This is also out of my yarn. This is in my Ashland Sport Weight yarn. We have a colorway name now. And the Ooh Girl colorway. I threw this up on Instagram and asked for some recommendations on what should we call this color. My good friend Allie said, Ooh Girl, I'm going to have to get some of that. And then everyone said, call it Ooh Girl. So this is Ooh Girl. This is going to be the first mainstay colorway in the Twist Fiber Studio shop. So this is repeatable and I'll have it on probably all of my bases when I open the shop. So the Good Day Boomerang is an asymmetrical triangular shaped shawl. I'm doing the version that alternates the slip stitch sections and the stockinette sections. It's a lot of fun. The repeats go pretty quickly and I'm really enjoying it. I hope to get a little bit more time to knit on it soon. So this is by Susan Ashcroft. It is a paid pattern on Ravelry. You get a couple of different versions with it. So here's the little dangly bit where I was last time. So I've gotten some progress made. Not too bad. So, awesome. Good Day Boomerang. This is hanging out in my Rainstorm Studios project bag. She's going to be vending it into the wool. She's got awesome bags. I love this bag. It's the perfect size for just like a one skein project. Absolutely love it. Good stuff. So that's the only knitting I've been working on. I've been pretty monogamous with it. I've been really busy, so I haven't had a lot of knitting time, but I did cake up some yarn. I have these two balls of, it's the Knit Picks Hawthorn. It's a fingering weight. I've got about 700 yards. It's really pretty. It's got purples and browns and lots of greens and sort of yellowy, beigey shades. Really pretty stuff. I'm just having a hard time finding a pattern I really want to knit. I know I want a shawl, I know I want to use up almost all the yarn, so it's going to be a big shawl, but I want something easy. I don't really want to focus on lace or a complicated pattern. I want something that's either stockinette or garter, that just something super, super easy. I thought about one of Martina Bem's patterns. I thought about making another hitchhiker, but I just decided against that. So maybe a Miss Winkle? I don't know. It'd be a really big Miss Winkle. I'm not sure. If you guys have any pattern suggestions, throw them out over in the group in the episode thread. I'd love to get some recommendations on what to do with this yarn. Again, it's a fingering weight. I've got a little over 700 yards. The skeins are from the same dye lot. They match really, really well, even for hand dyed. So hopefully I can cast this on soon. We'll make something cool out of it. So, I did say that I was at a retreat over the weekend. That's why I'm coming to you a couple of days late. The retreat ran from Friday through Sunday. I didn't get back until late Sunday evening, and after being gone all weekend, I had some catch up to do here at home. Had some homework I had to get done. Mondays are always really, really busy too. I have 2 classes on Mondays, and I'm on campus just about all day. So I just didn't have a chance to record yesterday or Sunday. So here I am on Tuesday. Hooray! The retreat was so much fun though. It's a local spinning group here in the Asheville, North Carolina area. It's called the Spinners, Shepherds, and Wannabes is our local group. It's not an official guild or anything. We just get together at different members' homes about once a month to spin and talk and usually have lunch together. So this was a great time for several of us to get together in one place and stay and be fed. We didn't have to cook or anything. So it was really, really nice. It was held at the Lake Logan Retreat Center just west of Asheville. I had a wonderful time. I had the opportunity to vend a little bit. I took some yarn and some fiber. Very, very, very well received. It was my first chance to really sell anything outside of the Kickstarter campaign. So everybody loved my stuff, and I'm glad to say I brought home a little bit of money, so that's always a good thing. And I got a lot of excellent feedback about what people are really looking for in spinning fiber, yarn colors, bases. Lots of good feedback, lots of good opportunity to kind of talk about my journey into owning my own business. So we did have some fun stuff planned during the retreat. The first cool thing I was really excited about is we had a natural dye workshop. I've never done any natural dyeing, so this was super exciting. One of the ladies in our group is very experienced with natural dyeing and brought a variety of dyes. And I'm really thrilled with the results. I dyed 3 different braids of fiber. The first, this is a merino bamboo blend. I'm hoping you guys can kind of see the shimmer to it from the bamboo. But this gorgeous sort of dusty purple was dyed in logwood extract. So it comes from a tree. It's a type of hardwood. And if you soak either the sawdust or a piece of the wood or several small pieces of wood in water for an extended period of time, you get this wonderful extract that you can then apply to fiber, and you get a beautiful purple color. I also dyed in the logwood some mixed BFL, so this will be gorgeous once it's spun. It's also purple, but with the mixed BFL you get the brown in there too, so it's going to be a really, really, really nice sort of two-tone yarn. The last braid that I dyed, and this was super interesting, we had another wood extract, which was Brazil wood, but unfortunately we didn't get a lot of color out of that. So I started this was some Polworth silk. I started this in the Brazil wood, and I just got a really, really, really faint yellow, beige, almost like a light natural fawn color. So I wasn't too thrilled with that color. I threw it in a vat of, let's see, it's called Saxon Blue. It's a type of indigo. So I added just a tiny faint hint of blue. Some other folks had used the blue before me, so there was just a little tiny bit of color left in the vat. So threw some blue on it, and then I threw it into a pot that had onion skins in it. So when I had the blue and then threw it into the onion skins, makes a really pretty golden yellow. When I threw it in there, I got this gorgeous sort of seafoam green color, seafoam blue green. The way that the dye took, it's pretty variegated. I'm really excited about spinning this up and see how it looks. I don't usually go for pastel colors, but I kind of like this. Pretty stuff. So that was tons of fun. It was really interesting to see how different yarns and fibers turned out in the natural dye. Speaking of natural dyes, I did have the chance to buy something from a friend of mine, actually who ended up trading. My good friend and roommate, Maria, she and her friend Nikki are starting their own indie dyeing company. It's called Fern Fiber. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook and most likely on Ravelry. They're working on producing their first collection now, but their company is really unique. They're focusing on organic and locally sourced fibers, all dyed naturally, all using as much as possible locally sourced dye materials, and just really focusing on a holistic approach to fiber. So I'm super, super excited to see their launch, and I'll definitely tell you more once their shop is open. So again, they're called Fern Fiber, fern like the plant. What I got from Maria was some beautiful fiber. So this is roving. This is some, let's see, superwash merino and sea cell blend. And believe it or not, these beautiful colors, these were dyed with black beans. How cool is that? You can dye from black beans. That's awesome. Maria was explaining to me the different techniques that she used to get the different colors, but there are definitely 4 distinct colors. And I'm planning on spinning this. I can tell already it's going to spin super fine and knit it into maybe even like a colorwork shawl. It's going to be gorgeous. This color here really spoke to me. It's sort of a seafoam green color. But they're all beautiful, ranging from more sort of tealy colors to blues with purples, more of a purple shade, and then a seafoam green color. So it's really amazing the range of tones that you can get from natural dyes. If you haven't had any experience with natural dyes, go check it out. Lots of fun. A little bit more stash enhancement that I picked up at the retreat. One lady had some of the fantastic Gail Callahan's color grids. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while, but just haven't really wanted to pay shipping to buy it online. This is an awesome tool for dyeing. It has this whole range of colors inside. Then you use this tool to pick out your main family of colors, and then it also gives you the accent color. So there's a good little example here at the bottom. It sort of shows you how if you chose those oranges and peach tones, that a family of greens would be the perfect complement. So I'm excited to use this tool in dyeing to get some new and exciting colorways. This again is called the Color Grid. It's by Gail Callahan. She also is the author of Hand Dyeing Yarn and Fleece. That is one of my go-to resources for dyeing. So Gail Callahan is sort of an expert in the dyeing field. I do have a little bit more stash enhancement that came before I went to the retreat. I had ordered some things from Interweave. They were having a big sale, actually 2 sales combined. It was the Abraham Lincoln sale. They called it Spend Your Lincolns, where everything was $5. And then they had another sale on top of that, so it discounted everything even more. I got some awesome DVDs. I got Hand Spinning Rare Wools, How to Spin Them and Why We Should Care by Deborah Robson. So I'm excited to check that one out. I also got How to Card Wool. There's a variety of experts here talking about carding. 4 spinners, 4 techniques on carding. So another awesome resource. I got Combing Fiber. This is from Robin Russo. Can you guys tell I'm on sort of a fiber prep kick. Don't be surprised to see some combs and some cards in a future episode. Then my favorite thing that I got thus far was Spin Art from J.C. Boggs. It's a wonderful book full of unique spinning techniques, and it also comes with a companion DVD on how to do the techniques. Look at those coils. Oh, they're awesome. So this is a really, really awesome resource. If you guys are interested in learning more techniques, definitely go check out Interweave. They have some good prices, excellent resources, excellent collection of DVDs and books. I even picked up a couple things for the fabulous Michelle's Fibers. She has a birthday coming up, and she's a new weaver. They had some good weaving resources. I know I can't wait to give them to her before her birthday, so she's probably going to get them in the next couple weeks. So, Michelle, when you watch this episode, know that a cool gift is on its way to you. The last tiny bit of stash enhancement that I have is something so precious, so cute, and I have to thank my wonderful fella for it. My wonderful boyfriend, we had gone out to breakfast to Cracker Barrel one morning, and he spotted this and surprised me with it. So he got me a sheep. Isn't it so cute? It's one of the TY Beanie Boos. Her name is Lala. So cute. Inside the tag it says, "The sunny pastures where I play, eating grass throughout the day." So tiny cute little sheep. I collect little sheepies, so I'm so excited to have this one. So cute, so precious. They even have a little tinier version that I need to get so that I have a little pair of baby sheepies. I love the sheepies. So thank you, sweetie. That was wonderful of you. Let's see. What else do I have to talk to you guys about today? I know I usually share a pattern with you, but since this episode is so chock full of fun stuff, I'll save a couple of new patterns till next time. Talk a little bit about some business updates. Some exciting stuff is coming down the pipe. Kickstarter Phase 1, it's in the books. It's done. Everything has been shipped out. Most everyone has received their goodies. If you live internationally, they're winging their way to you now. It was so exciting when you guys were posting on Instagram and in Ravelry when you received your rewards. I loved seeing everyone get their stuff and how happy they were. So thank you guys for sharing that with me. It's always interesting to see when you pour so much of your heart and your energy and your creative self into something, and you're apprehensive to know whether someone's really going to love it. So I was so happy to see that everyone was so thrilled with their packages. Thanks to you guys too. I have tons of new followers from all of your sharing. I gained over 200 new Instagram followers in just a couple days. So thank you guys for sharing the love and sending some new folks my way. I'm excited to show them some new colors and lots of new fun stuff, and hopefully they stumble across the podcast. If you're a new Instagram follower, thank you and welcome. I hope you guys will check out previous episodes and stick with me. Lots of fun stuff going on here. Phase 2 of the Kickstarter campaign, which includes the surprise perfect pair sets, that's in progress now. I am working on sourcing fabrics, cutting the fabrics that I already do have, starting to assemble bags, working on developing the colorways to match. I'm hoping to get those done in the next couple of weeks and then have them shipped out most likely in the 3rd week of March so that you receive them by the end of March. I know that I have through April to get those to you, but the Twist Fiber Studio Etsy shop is going to be opening on April 1st. And I want you guys to have all your goodies in your hands before I launch the shop. I feel it's important for me to get all my rewards to the folks that have already supported me before I focus all my energy on the new shop and new products. So thank you guys for your continued support. I sent out an update this morning, and I hope you guys will read that. Put a little bit of my heart into it, because you guys, you really have meant so much to me. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without your support, both financially and emotionally and creatively. So thank you guys for being so wonderful. I couldn't ask for more supportive and creative and just wonderful community to help me start my business. So thanks, guys. So again, the Etsy shop launches on April 1st. no fooling, even though it's April Fool's Day, April 1st, I should have some goodies up for you in the shop. I've been developing some new colorways, and I'm so excited to show you a couple of those today. I already showed you the Ooh Girl on the Good Day Boomerang. I've dyed that up on some of my different bases. I actually will have 8 different yarn bases, so I'm going to have a lot of variety for you guys. It's going to range between fingering weight up to a bulky weight. So this is Ooh Girl on the Cumberland DK. This is a really cool yarn. It's a cabled 8-ply yarn, so it's going to be super, super strong. It's a DK weight, but it's more of a light DK, bordering towards a heavy sport. So this is going to be a good versatile yarn. So that's the Cumberland DK. I also have Ooh Girl on my Nantahala DK. And this is a more of a standard DK weight. This is a really cool put up too. It's 115 grams with 250 yards. So I think this is going to be awesome for sweaters. It's going to be a really, really good sweater yarn. That again is the Nantahala DK. And then finally I have my Vanderbilt Bulky, which is a bulky single. And this again is the Ooh Girl colorway on it. So this would be awesome for a super chunky, thick cowl, awesome hat, ear warmers, anything like that, or even mitts. Oh, this would make awesome mitts. Cool. So this is my Vanderbilt Bulky. You might be wondering about some of the base names that I have. I've actually named them all after local places in my region. I was born and raised here in Asheville, North Carolina, so all of my base names have some significance to me. Vanderbilt Bulky, if you're not familiar, it was the Vanderbilts that built the Biltmore Estate. And the Biltmore Estate is just about 10 miles from where I live. It is the largest residence in the United States. And just a beautiful, beautiful home, beautiful estate. It's more of a castle than a home. It is just absolutely stunning. So that's a little backstory behind my Vanderbilt base. My Nantahala base, we live really close to the Nantahala River, which is a gorgeous river that is used a lot by kayakers. My boyfriend is an avid kayaker, so we spend a lot of time in the summer up on the Nantahala. So another good base of mine, good favorite. I'll save some more of the bases till next week to kind of tell you guys a little bit more about why I named them what I did. I'll show you another new color. Oh, before I do that, I do want to show you Ooh Girl on my Lexington Sparkle base. So this is my Sparkle sock base, fingering weight, and it's called Lexington. So really, really pretty on that. I might just have to keep this skein for myself because it's so pretty. This has 438 yards and has a silver sparkle. I do have another new colorway on that same base. This is called Girl at the Rock Show. Hopefully it's coming across okay. It's on a base of blacks and grays, but it has pops of a fuchsia-y pink and purples. So this is going to be another new repeatable colorway that I'll have in the shop. Again, it's called Girl at the Rock Show. And then finally, I have my new colorway called Chameleon. I have it on my Haywood worsted, which many of you guys have seen. This was one of the Kickstarter options. And on the Vanderbilt Bulky. So this is called Chameleon. Gorgeous shades of green and blue and aquas and teals and turquoises. Chameleon. Big fan of this one. I really like it. So I've been busy at the dye pots creating lots of new colors, and I have so many things kind of stirring around in my head. I can't wait to get it on yarn and fiber. So I'm excited to show you guys more of my fiber bases next time too. I have 10 different fiber bases. 5 of them are just a single compound fiber. I've got Corriedale Cross, Falkland, Polworth, Blueface Leicester, and Superfine Merino. The other 5 are blends. I have Superwash Merino Nylon, Mixed BFL, Polworth Silk, Blueface Leicester Silk, and Merino Bamboo. So lots of different options for you guys that spin. I know I'm a big fan of having variety, and I wanted to kind of pass that love on to you guys. So I can't wait to open the shop and show you more. Don't forget too about the Into the Wool Fiber Retreat. I will have pre-orders opening soon for the Fireside Knit Night Perfect Pair Collection. I'm most likely going to open pre-orders on March 5th, and I'm going to leave pre-orders open until about mid-June. I'm going to do something kind of unique with this too. I'm going to give you guys that are attending the retreat plenty of time to pay for your kit. I know with having your retreat fees due, let's see, I think you have a payment due early March and then in May. I didn't want to throw another added cost to you so soon. So if you're interested in one of these kits, the way that'll work is I'll have a survey that you'll respond to that you can tell me, what different features you want in your kit. And then I'll send you a PayPal invoice, and you'll have through about mid-June, maybe even as far as early July to pay for that. So, again, this is Fireside Knit Night. It's one of my perfect pair sets. This is exclusive to the Into the Wool Fiber Retreat, which is coming up this September. That is hosted by the wonderful Dana of Unwind Yarn Company and the Just One More Row podcast. Allie and Daniela of the Caffeinated Knitting podcast, and Wendy, also known as Silly Frou of the Sassy Pants Knitter podcast. So it's got perfectly matching yarn and fiber. Fun stuff. So keep your eye out in the Into the Wool group for pre-order information for that. So things have just been going gangbusters. I was invited to speak at a local knitting guild in November. I'll be a guest speaker there. So if you're in the Asheville area and you're a member of the Smoky Mountain Knitting Guild that meets over in Waynesville, I'm going to be coming to you guys to speak and tell you a little bit about my entrepreneurial journey, as well as bring some fun goodies for you guys to look at and buy if you're interested. So, it's a balancing act. I've been finding new balance, finding new energy I didn't know I had, and just balancing my time and my efforts, compartmentalizing my days. With that being said, school is going really, really well. Midterms are this week, so that means I'm halfway through with this semester. I'm taking 4 credit classes and then 1 additional class for my entrepreneurship program. Luckily, that is going to be wrapping up in just a couple of weeks, so that'll give me just a little bit more free time. I also was invited to participate in a graduation stories video, which will be played at graduation. So that's going to be really cool. I'm excited to meet with the faculty member that's coordinating that to tell her a little bit more about my story and why I feel it's important to share the importance of business ownership with fellow students. So many people, especially in community colleges, they go with the anticipation of getting an education simply to find a new job, and owning their own small business is not even on their radar. I know it wasn't for me. I hope that I can inspire some folks, especially at this stage in their life, to explore the possibility of owning your own small business. For me, I started back to college to, get an education, get a degree, to find a new job. Now, when I graduate, I've already got my job. I'm going to be working for myself. So I couldn't ask for a better education that really has impacted my life in an incredibly positive way. So I'll keep you guys updated on that and how that goes. Lots of fun. Fun stuff. Lots of doing. We've got a few announcements. We've got the February giveaway to draw for. If you guys remember, the prize for February was the stitch markers. Little rainbow skull stitch markers. With your choice of either a cross-stitch kit or needle felting kit. So, good way to try a new craft. We had 15 entries into the contest. So, let's see here. I'm going to pull up a random number generator. I was post number 1, so we're going to start with 2, and we're going to go through 16. And I'll show you guys this. Where's that? Well, let me try something. Alright, let's see. Hey, looky there. Thank you, Allie, for the awesome tip. Crafty Allie had noticed that I had been struggling with showing you guys patterns and things from my iPad, and she actually messaged me and said, try turning down your brightness. It works. Hooray. So if you guys can see, we have got random number generator 2 through 16. Let's hit generate. The result is number 2. Congratulations, number 2. Let's go see who you are, number 2. Low number this time. Very first person to enter. Congrats. So bear with me. I gotta sign into Ravelry. I'm always prepared, but not this time. Alright. Let's see. Post number 2 is I had asked you guys to share with me your all-time favorite project that you made. So, very cool. So many gorgeous projects. I wanted to reply and brag on every single one of you that entered because your projects were just gorgeous. You guys are so talented. I'm jealous. So post number 2 is 4 Eyes Knitting. That is Natalie from Detroit, Michigan. Natalie says, let's see, her all-time favorite project was a waffle knit cowl that I knitted for my sister. She was so happy to have something hand knit for me. That's really sweet of you, Natalie. Personally, I'm a selfish knitter, and I have a hard time knitting for other people, so that's awesome that you were able to knit something, put so much love and effort into something, and then find the joy from gifting that to someone. So, 4 Eyes Knitting, Miss Natalie, if you will reach out to me, shoot me a PM on Ravelry, and I will get your prize right out to you. Congratulations. For the month of March, we have a new contest. This one's going to be kind of cool. If you remember a couple issues of Ply ago, I told you guys how a certain dyer, certain podcaster that you may be listening to, possibly even now, was a stealth reviewer in this issue of Ply. This certain person reviewed their Hanson mini spinner. Right here in the stealth review section. So when this certain person got a package in the mail, they were sent a couple extra issues of Ply. So I want to share the love of Ply with you guys and give away this copy, the worsted issue of Ply, for the month of March, for the month of March's contest. So, let's see, what can I do to have you guys enter? It's March. March is almost spring. We're all ready to dig out from under the snow. I want you to tell me what your favorite thing about spring is. If you're like me, I know I am more than ready for spring and warm weather. So I'm going to open up a contest thread. You just hop in there and tell me your favorite thing about spring, and you will be entered to win this issue of Ply. Our usual contest rules will apply. You must be a member of the group to be entered to win. If you'll only post once, that'll be fantastic. It makes it a lot easier for me to draw for prizes. The contest will run through the end of March, and I will draw the winner on the April 1st episode. And I'm going to add a new little caveat to my contest. I've noticed that we have a lot of people that enter the contest, which I'm appreciative of, but that maybe don't necessarily watch the podcast. Typically what I do if I haven't heard from the winner in a few days, I'll earburn them and have them send me their information. I think I'm going to stop doing that. I want to be sure that the folks that enter the contest are watching the episodes. And I think it's only fair for those of you who watch consistently and enter contests consistently that you have a little bit, maybe a better chance of winning a prize. So I'm not going to earburn people anymore. I'll put your prize in my special prize drawer. And if you win, Even if you're like me and you get behind podcasts sometimes, your prize will be in my drawer. You just have to reach out to me to claim it. So good luck. I hope you win Ply Magazine. It is a phenomenal magazine. Even if you're not a spinner, I think there is so much awesome information that you can glean from this magazine. There are even some really pretty patterns in here. So good luck. I hope that you win. I am also still working on getting the podcast over onto iTunes. I have been working on this for like a couple months now. I just can't seem to get it right. I've talked with some folks over in the Apple support forums. I'm following a couple of tutorials by some fellow knitting podcasters. And it's like no matter what I do, I can't make it happen. So I have a meeting with a local kind of internet expert at my small business center that hopefully he can help me get some ducks in a row on getting the podcast up on the iTunes. I've switched the hosting over, so now I'm self-hosted. I've got the feed set up right. I've got the image set up right. I think I'm missing the iTunes tag somehow. So if you're a podcaster and you know much about getting your podcast on the iTunes, give me a shout. Help me out. I really, really do want to get onto iTunes. Personally, I know that's how I keep up with my podcasts. That's how I see the ones that I've watched, the ones that I haven't watched or listened to. And it alerts you when you have a new episode ready. So keep your fingers crossed that hopefully I can get that done soon. I also, something sort of exciting, I am now a Craftsy affiliate. So if you are a fan of Craftsy like I am, and you like to take their classes and their workshops and even look at their awesome products, I am now one of their affiliates. So if you click through the link on twistedstitcherpodcast.com, you'll see it over on the right-hand side of the video post. You'll see a link for Craftsy. Anytime you click through that link and sign up for a class or buy a product, or if you're new to Craftsy, even if you just register, I get a small percentage of those sales, which will be awesome in helping keep the podcast coming to you guys. As you know, I like to do contests every month and also for knit-alongs and things. And it gets a little bit pricey to ship out prizes. And so far, I've just been covering those costs out of pocket. Also, since I'm trying to get over on iTunes, I had to change up my hosting a little bit. And now I have to pay monthly for web hosting. So the podcast is a little bit of a, of a cost. And any revenue generated from the Craftsy affiliate is going to go right back to the cost of the podcast, because I want to be able to continue bringing you guys awesome episodes, having contests monthly, even more frequently than monthly, and I just have to be able to sort of balance those costs. With that being said, I also added a donate button to twistedstitcherpodcast.com, also to help pay those shipping costs, pay the hosting fees, pay for the new domain every year. So if you feel so inclined, if you enjoy the podcast, I would so love for you to donate, but please don't feel obligated. I just think it's a great way that maybe you guys can kind of be a little bit more involved and help out. So thank you if you do donate. And again, just keep your fingers crossed that I'm able to work out all these iTunes bugs. Also, too, since I do offer monthly prize giveaways, if you're an indie dyer or a bag maker, or if you make stitch markers or like coffee mugs, anything knitting, spinning, fibery related, if you'd like to sponsor a giveaway for the month of, for whatever month, I'd love a donation of a prize, and you can sponsor that month. I'll talk about your product. I'll give out your website information. You can even offer a coupon code. So it could be a great way to get your products featured and also to have some new and exciting prizes on the podcast. So if you know of anybody that may be interested in that, don't hesitate to pass along the information. I will most likely be traveling again this weekend to the Gatlinburg, Knoxville area. There is the Southern Select Alpaca Show going on in Sevierville, Tennessee. That's going to be Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th. I've gone to this alpaca show the last 2 years, maybe 3 years. It's a really, really awesome event. A great chance to cuddle some alpacas up close. A good little market of really unique alpaca materials, spinning fiber, alpaca socks, alpaca garments, all kinds of fun alpaca stuff. Some really cool workshops, and of course the alpaca show. So if you're anywhere, within the Knoxville, Asheville, Gatlinburg region, definitely go check out the Southern Select Alpaca Show. It's at that same facility as Wilderness at the Smokies, so it's really, really close to I-40, just there in Sevierville. With me being there over this weekend, I'm also going to try to make it to the Knoxville Spinning Guild on Saturday. So my buddies over there in the Knoxville area, Dana, Allie, Daniela, Jess, all you guys, I hope I get to see you Saturday. I'd love to see you. So cross your fingers that I'm able to make it out there. And then too, I'm really excited to go to the Smoky Mountain Spinnery. It's a local fiber shop there in downtown Gatlinburg. And they've just expanded their store space. They used to have another retailer next door to them. That retailer moved, so now they have the entire floor of their building. So I'm really, really wanting to go out there and check them out. I see their pictures on Facebook, and they have some phenomenal tools and equipment and fibers and yarns, and it's fiber crafter heaven. So hopefully I can go check that out too. So you guys cross your fingers that I'm able to make it out to the Knoxville area this weekend. The boyfriend and I, we really need a weekend away, and I think it'll be a good fun weekend. The weather's supposed to be awesome, so hopefully next episode I'll be able to give you some updates on that. So, with that being said, I think that about wraps up this episode. I thank you guys again for stopping by and checking out the podcast. You can find the Twisted Stitcher podcast on our website. That's twistedstitcherpodcast.com. You can also find it on YouTube at youtube.com/twistedstitcher1, the number 1. You can find me personally on Ravelry and Instagram as Carolina Spinner. You can find our Ravelry group on Ravelry, of course, just by searching Twisted Stitcher Podcast. Don't forget, too, that we still do have the all year long sweater knit along going. So I hope you guys are still working on your sweater, and don't forget to go over and post in the finished object group whenever you finish a sweater. If you're the only person that enters for a quarter, hey, congratulations, you've just won yourself a prize. So get out there and knit your sweaters. I know I've got to dye up my yarn and get my harvest cardigans cast on. I'm excited to knit my first sweater and just get it done. It's one of my goals for 2015. So thanks guys again for stopping by. I'll be coming to you again on March 15th. I hope that you enjoy your first couple of weeks of March, and spring is on its way. Don't forget that clocks spring forward, I think next weekend, or technically this weekend. So yeah, you guys have some good knitting times, good crafting times. Try not to drop any stitches, because that's not a good thing when it happens. But yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys again for stopping by. Hope you have an awesome couple of weeks. We'll see you again soon. Bye.